today Rackspace has some news of its own, and we're going to talk to the CTO about this new managed cloud, the ability to get real in-depth support for your cloud infrastructure.
The news that we're announcing is the idea of managed services on top of the cloud. Up until now, the cloud had support associated with it, but it wasn't as deep as our traditional managed hosting services. So that means that today, traditionally with the cloud, we would support things like Portal and the use of the basic things like the API and whatnot. But now we're bringing full support in terms of managing the operating system, the core applications that run inside the operating system, patching those, monitoring those, giving customers advice around those. So this is really a full managed service suite on top of our cloud services. There is a lot of depth in terms of the expertise that the employees here at Rackspace have. We have very strong support for Linux, and that means we have to have Linux engineers, certified engineers in most cases. They're Red Hat certified, or they have a deep background in one flavor of Linux or another. So those are system administrator type folks that really know the operating system, the platform itself. Then we have specialists in things like security. So if you have some sort of application that needs a greater level of security, we can help you with that. We have people that are experts in storage. We have people that are network experts that know how to build a scalable network and help design something that will scale. We are constantly driving new capabilities within our product set to enhance that. And we want to enhance those products over time so that we get more and more efficient with that infrastructure. The customers that we're talking about today are still fundamentally using databases that are very familiar, things like SQL Server and MySQL and other sort of standard databases. Most customers, out of all of Rackspace, it's probably still 95+% that are using sort of the traditional relational databases. Now, by all means, we want to help you into the next generation, and we will bring those resources in as well. But sort of as a baseline part of the support experience, you're going to get help with your Microsoft SQL and your MySQL databases to get them up and running and whatnot. Now there are advanced services where we can do deep DBA support, and some of those we charge a little bit more for. But most of the things we do are sort of included in the base service. With a startup, my usual recommendation is start on the cloud, and if it doesn't work there, you can always fall back to some other type of resource. And most small startups have very little to risk. They don't have a ton of. They're risking everything already. So they're betting on that risk. And a big Fortune 500, on the other hand, they've got everything to lose. They don't really want to take risks that could lose them either customers or lose data or get a black eye in the press. They don't want to make those kind of bets that are potentially risky. So they want to dip their toe into the cloud and see how it goes with some very low risk applications or non-production applications. But startups are full bore, right in. They're right in there. They're doing the whole thing on the cloud. They're starting their businesses on the cloud. They are, and those people, both ends of the spectrum, need help. And I think that's where it comes back to this managed support, managed hosting and managed support on top of cloud. Having that service level that you can tap into Rackspace, you can tap into our expertise. Both of them need. Everybody in between.